Welcome to the 25th episode of AppleTalk, and let me just say I apologise for the wait. We have been all quite busy. As you can see, we're joined today by Charlie and Luke, and unfortunately Aaron couldn't be here because Taco Bell has claimed yet another one of his things.
It played out perfectly. But yeah, everyone, as you can see, we're going for a bit of a summer theme today. Because it is summer,
It's the middle of July.
and we've all been kind of distracted with summer, which is kind of why we haven't really been doing stuff. But in light of this summer theme, we've decided to we decided to wear the proper attire for summer, even though it is pitch black outside at like, what, 10 o'clock now, is it? No, for me it is.
Oh, well, I've still got some sun. I should go out in the back garden and tan whilst I'm doing this.
How's it sunny outside for you? It's like there's no light outside. This is kind of useless.
9 o'clock. It's because I live on the.
It does make me look like a powerful businessman having 2 pairs of glasses.
Me.
No,
yeah, really, with the fucking shirt, with that shirt.
What? You want me to get actual businessman attire on? I have like a suit that probably doesn't fit me in a drawer somewhere. Let me go get that shit.
I'm guessing it's too small. Knowing Charlie, it's going to have to be too small. Because Charlie is the fucking giant, ladies and gentlemen. Oh god, I'm looking.
That's not a suit, that's a...
I'm looking forward to seeing this abomination. But I'm wearing Aston Martin by Hackett. So I look like someone who's actually been successful, whereas Charlie looks like someone who's just come back from the beach in Spain with the fucking pair of fake Ray-Bans. And his reading glasses as well, because let's not forget the fucking things that help us read in 2021 when we don't need books. Oh my god! What in the fuck?
Business. All right.
1 minute. 1 minute.
This is, as you can see, it's kind of, you know, I haven't really worn this in a hot minute, but you know, it's doable, I guess. I'm gonna do my hair as. Smells funny. I think I spilled something on it before retiring it. Calvin Business. Jeez. Yeah, it's a bit small. I haven't worn it in a hot minute. This is the only suit I know of that I own that is plausible.
School tie.
Imagine having to wear a tie to school. What a loser.
I haven't done a tie for fucking months.
Rad.
See if I can actually.
I haven't done a tie up in fucking years.
Yay!
Luke's like the only one here that doesn't have a suit.
I just don't want to put it on.
We're gonna have to delete one day. If either of us become fucking big, we're just gonna. Oh, it's gonna be a fucking shit show later down the line. Anyway, should we get off this? Because this
Yeah,
is
let's get on with it. Oh, I accidentally pressed the banner.
I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot take you seriously like that.
Me? How? I'm this is business. Mate, this is business. This is a suit. This is a genuine Calvin Klein. This is America's definition of fancy.
These are genuine Ray-Bans.
Wow. These are one of these are genuine Ray-Bans and the other is Zurich Optics or something lame. Anyway, should we get into the topic then?
Yes, let's go on to our first
Yeah, so
topic,
anyway, I accidentally switched the banner, but our first topic is new Apple rumors have surfaced. These are always slightly exciting, but then they just make you more disappointed when the actual product comes out. Or makes you feel disappointed before the product. But I mean, I find them slightly interesting. They're mostly just a weird... I'm sorry. Oh my god, I can see it again. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, so there are some new Apple rumors that have surfaced, and some of them being...
You said I look like fucking Freddie Mercury. Stand up. The fucking whitey blue jeans and the t-shirt.
These aren't jeans, you idiot.
They look it.
But, yeah, I look less like Freddie Mercury. Wow.
I
look like my dad.
You look more like the Zodiac Killer.
No, I look like your mom.
Definitely not.
So stupid. Anyway,
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, so yeah, basically, some of the rumors we're gonna go over are kind of interesting. I was hoping Aaron would be here to critique some of them, but he's not. He's on the toilet and he can't find his anti-poop pills. So we're gonna have to go his anti-poop pills. So we're gonna have to go on without them. But anyway, so basically, some of the rumors.
Let's see. Let's have a bet. How many shit jokes can we all make by the end of the thing? We've got 69. To tally up each other's jokes. So I'm on one. You're on one.
I think I'm on like a few.
You're on one.
Yeah. Let's just all say one.
Yeah. Except Luke here has done none.
Well, if Aaron's going to be stuck on the shitter all day, then we might as well just get a move on before he comes in here and stinks the whole chat out.
That's two. Anyway, yeah. So some of the rumors we're getting, it's mostly just iPhone stuff and surprisingly Mac Mini stuff. I mean, they haven't exactly updated the design to the Mac Mini since like 2010, other than removing an optical drive. But apparently, according to some renders from some credible Apple rumor sources. No, it's not
Are
CNN.
these quote unquote credible or actually credible?
I mean, they're well known at least. So, anyway, so one of the biggest
Hitler was
room.
well known, didn't mean he was fucking credible.
It's whatever. But anyway, so some of the rumors that have been surfacing are the Mac Mini is going to have an M1, which I think we all know. It's actually going to have a slimmer design. People are saying it's going to be like half the height. And I think the dumbest thing
Doesn't
that
it
they're
already
going to...
have the M1?
Yeah, and the stupidest thing they're going to put on it is a proprietary fucking power adapter that magnetically connects. Ooh, and it'll have a
What,
brick.
like the fucking, what, like the new iMac?
Yeah, like the new iMac. Except I don't know why they're putting magnets on their desktops and not on their laptops where it's actually need like, ooh, cool magnet. I'm gonna plug it in once and it's gonna sit on my desk. I mean, it'd be better to have on like a laptop where it's actually gonna be needed. But I mean, you know, to each their own.
Are you likely to both the fucking power cord of your
Mhm.
desktop or your fucking laptop?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about this is that the
What?
way Apple's going to market this is they're going to be like, oh, look, we made it to half as thin, even though they've added a brick, which is another nuisance. And honestly, I'd rather have a thicker computer than a smaller computer with a brick, because bricks are the worst. Because especially if you want to cable manage, it's like and the extra heat and whatever, and you know, it's just a pain.
They need to take a leaf out of fucking Microsoft's book with the fucking Xbox Series S. Because that thing is minuscule, yet it still has an internal fucking PSU.
Yeah, but then again, it's well, no, that's
It's
a
tiny,
stupid
that
argument.
As small as the Mac Mini, though.
I actually haven't seen the Series X in person, although I have seen there is a pile of the Series S's at Media Markt, which is just the tech store here for like standard pricing. Nobody really wants those, which is kind of hilarious, even though they're kind of
Same here.
Yeah.
The Series S though, is literally the same size as a fucking clean Xbox.
Yeah.
It's minuscule. Apple need to take a fucking leaf out of their book with that one.
Yeah. But something I did want to talk about is iPhone 13. I mean, iPhone 12 was pretty exciting because we got neat design and whatever, better cameras. And then, but then the thing is that apparently this year it's really just gonna be a spec bump, like iPhone 6 to 6S or like 10 to 10S or whatever. But I don't think they're gonna call it the 12S. I think they're gonna call it something stupid like the 13, mostly because I mean it's gonna have a bigger camera sensor according to most of the rumors I've seen, which I guess is a spec bump. And then
every fucking iPhone has had a bigger camera.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to see how big of a camera they can fit on. No, it's gonna have 3 lenses. It's gonna be like this. Like this looks a lot like an 11, but it's 12. It has a bigger camera.
It's massive.
It's quite big, but apparently the new one's gonna be bigger. Like maybe a 10%, maybe 10 or 15% bigger or so. But like there are pictures on the internet of it. Yeah, and it's pretty interesting.
It's already huge on the 12 compared to the 11. I thought the 11 one was big. Fucking hell, the 12 is giant.
Yeah, it's quite large.
The 12 is much bigger than mine.
It really is. Fucking hell, Apple.
One other thing I heard is that I'm surprised about this, but apparently the iPhone 12 mini hasn't sold very well, so they're probably not going to bring it back, which I think is a bit disappointing. I like the mini. My dad loves the mini, and I'm honestly I'm honestly surprised how they're actually going to be getting rid of it, because like everyone seems to like it, but apparently no one's buying it. I mean, I've seen a few people with it.
I love it.
And I mean, I know a lot of people that would rather have a small phone over a larger behemoth like this. But like Aaron maybe, but he said he'd rather have an S gay.
I mean,
So.
the iPhone 5C, that was a step in the right direction.
Those things didn't sell either apparently, because nobody wanted the cheaper phones.
They really did.
Which I'm also surprised about.
The difference is between that and the fucking 12 mini is the fact that the 12 mini is a brand new phone compared to something that's new with last gen parts. It's the same. It's amazing, the 12 mini.
Yeah, the 12 mini is very similar in performance to, like, let's say the 12 Pro or Max. I mean, they have the same processors. I think the Pros only just have the advantage of better build quality and better cameras, but even then, people say it's
Yeah,
not actually that
painless
noticeable.
coming in.
I only have the 12 Pro Max for the bigger size. I mean, if I'm honest, I probably
Yeah, me
wouldn't
too.
buy I wouldn't buy the Pro if there was like a regular one that was a bit bigger because I just don't need it for that much money. And then also storage, having a lot of storage is nice. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you went stupid. You went
I
behemoth
went full
money.
stupid. I got a really stupid,
512.
that was very
12
smart of me. But at least the resale value is very high. From capacity.
That is a good selling
I
point.
still think I got the better deal on my 12.
Yeah, because you
with that
waited.
12
I got
Pro.
mine like day one.
No, 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 no,
But,
no. Do you not remember my old 12?
oh yeah, you got the 12.
Yeah, I had a 12 Pro, 512 gig with fucking AppleCare, bought it for 720 quid and sold it for £1,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you make money. I love that story.
Actually, on the topic of Apple stuff, apparently they've something that they've actually released. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, and I only just recently heard about this, but they made you know how like Apple makes like those cases with like the batteries in them, like the battery
Oh yeah,
cases,
the
you
charge
know.
case.
The battery,
They
yeah.
made a
Yeah.
MagSafe battery that you sort of click on your phone.
What?
Like the wallet attachment, you click it onto your phone and it charges it. And if you look
What
at
the
pictures
fuck?
on the internet, it's the stupidest looking thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
And it
God.
just it looks
Why
just like the
did you
wallet
do
where
that?
it'll just fall off if you like put it in your pocket. It makes no sense.
Can you put it up on the stream or something?
I wish I could.
I don't.
Nope.
Your software don't let you.
Well, I mean, I mean, here, let me try. I can put it on. I'll put it on the stream. It's just a bit of work.
I must admit that it does look.
I've just never seen. I've never seen this. This is such a stupid idea, in my opinion.
It's a tumour. It's basically you attach a tumour to the back of your iPhone.
It does look like a tumor. There it is. Look at this dude.
Yes. So
It's so stupid, and it looks really dumb on the
I can't
mini.
see it.
Well,
Why
it
would you do
should come up.
That is the question.
Oh, I
Why
guarantee
would
it.
you do that?
Fucking dumb.
That's not a very.
I can't even see it.
Well,
but I'm
it
just-
should be
I'm
on the
just-
stream.
No, not on my
It's
end.
been on the stream for like a good bit now, but anyway, it should
Not
show up.
showing up.
It might be your latency, but it should just. But I bet it's just that. So, but yeah, it does.
No,
it doesn't.
might just be because I have Vodafone Wi-Fi with 20 fucking megabits per
Wee.
second.
Impressive.
Hey, I can
Yeah,
finally get
20
my own back.
megabits.
I'm on Sky.
That's- Up 12. Fucking hell.
I'm on Sky, and I think I'm getting like maybe 50 megabits per second.
Hmm.
Like I'm a speed man.
Oh my god, that looks so stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I don't get the point. And it's
I
gonna
think
fall
we'll still end
off.
up playing.
It's gonna fall off like the wallet, and it's not really something you just keep on your phone all the time. Something like if you're at a store or whatever, or if you're at a restaurant, you just like clasp it on your phone and then whatever. So
So
To be fair, the only thing I didn't like about the battery case when I had one from my old 10 was the fact that it didn't. You could never turn the battery off, so it'll always be charging. Which
I'm pretty
fucking
sure that's
annoyed
the
me.
same idea with this. Where it
Yeah,
just
but at
stays
least you
on
can take
forever.
that off. At least you can
Yeah.
take the fucking battery
Yeah,
off.
fair enough.
And you still got egg.
And then you have like a stupid little egg with you that you put in your pocket or something. It gets all dirty. And I don't get why
Exactly,
Apple
but
makes things in
still.
mostly white because it just gets all gross and disgusting and it ages worse. But you
Yeah,
know,
true.
whatever. I mean, it looks nice, I guess. Better than a black one.
Batteries inside, and then
It'll still look
you force
ridiculous when
find
you put it
the-
on your fucking.
That's what they're trying to do. The reason they don't let you turn it off is so that the charge cycles increase, the lithium ions cell inside.
And so your battery is fucked. You need to buy another one. Yeah, I know what they do.
Although it would be
It's
cool to see
clever,
what's
but
inside.
it's fucking shitty of them.
It's probably glued
Yeah.
shut.
It's definitely a shit idea. See what I did there?
Henry died. Aw,
Ah.
rip Henry. May we lay to rest, my sweet boy. We'll have to crucify him with this picture of a MagSafe battery.
Oh, we'll
Goodbye,
put them
my
in the
boy.
toilets and we'll float them down the river in the
Later,
toilets.
me boy. He's been replaced with a shitty Apple product. What a sad day this is. Poor Henry. Anyway, yeah. So I guess we're kind of done with iPhone stuff. So yeah. I guess we'll move on to our next topic. If I put this in the right order, there it is. So yeah, this is a really good one. Right to repair is finally getting passed, which is pretty cool. So according to political journalists and stuff, Joe Biden has actually, I had this
say
down.
that Joe
so-
Biden was on board with it.
Yeah, he's actually called an executive order to have it drafted, which is pretty good. Which means it's probably, I think there's like a 90 or so % chance of it getting passed, which is actually pretty awesome. Which means that it'll be a lot easier to obtain parts, get schematics for things that you would try to repair, and it's just generally a much better. He died. Rip. Now he's properly
Rip.
dead. But anyway, yeah. So with right to repair, it's actually pretty sweet because it looks stupid. I'm gonna take these off. It's actually pretty sweet because we actually now everyone knows what right to, I mean I'm pretty sure all of us know what right to repair is.
Yeah, a large quantity of us do know what right to repair is.
Yeah.
But there's a little catch with the right to repair that passed in England. It only covers white goods. Yeah, only covers appliances and kitchen appliances. It doesn't cover phones, doesn't cover
That's
computers, doesn't
stupid.
cover televisions.
Oh
It only
look, you're
covers
back.
appliances.
Sweet.
Yeah, I could hear you when he was saying that I was dead.
Maybe we lay to rest my sleep. Yeah, that happened. But anyway, we also just did sunglasses because my eyes hurt from shit. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, we're talking about how right to repair is going to be passed, and it's been.
Has been passed, isn't it?
It has
Well,
been
not
passed. There's a
not
catch with
yet.
the one in Britain.
Biden will pass it though.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully.
Yeah,
as
no
in-
doubt. No doubt.
executive order on Biden issues executive order on right to repair. So that basically means that basically means we have first of all we have a president that's actually doing stuff, which is pretty great, and then that also means that that they're actually acknowledging that right to repair is a problem and it needs to be fixed. So that's pretty good, and the White House themselves have put on like a site. There's like a site where they have like stuff that they're gonna pass, and I think that right to repair was on there somewhere. It's pretty sweet.
Good.
So that means our efforts have worked.
Great news.
Although I don't know if
We've
there's,
finally
I don't know if
won.
like the automotive industry or whatever, or just general companies are still gonna try and fight to get it declined, because a lot of people are saying like the automotive industry did a really stupid thing where they all funded a commercial to try and get it taken,
Oh,
to
yeah,
try
and
and
get it
fight
dropped.
for it,
Appeal.
basically. Because like I think one reason they said that it shouldn't be allowed is because independent repair shops aren't trustworthy. They can steal your information, then you'll get raped in a parking lot. Which
Oh, yes.
there's literally an
Mm.
ad of a woman getting raped in a parking lot, and there's like a voiceover saying, "Did you know that if you give your car to if you get your car fixed by an independent repair shop, they may steal your information and they may use it to track you and rape you in a parking lot." And it's
They
stupid.
can't-
It's so
What?
incredible. It's so
That shit only
incredibly.
happens in Watch Dogs too.
Well, that's what they imply, that she's the commercial's stupid. There's like an archive somewhere. I think they took it
ridiculous.
down because everyone got angry at it and thought it was
Oh,
stupid.
and another thing. No,
can
at the
fucking
end how
imagine,
they say
son.
vote no to right. Vote. Remember, look at the end where it says vote no to question 17. I think they don't specify it's right to repair. That's how
Yeah,
they try
it
and trick
is.
people.
And they
Yeah,
do
but that's
that.
what they do.
That's
That's
really
what they do in
scummy.
America when they're trying to pass a law. They put the law number on it.
Because they don't want you to know what it's about. They just want you to think, "Oh my God, order 7." I think it was order 17 or
Question
72.
17.
Yeah, oh no, Order 17 means I'll get raped in a parking lot by some crazed maniac. I better not vote because I don't want to get my intestines pulled inside out by some Cracker Barrel or whatever. That wouldn't be good. But
Shit running down his face.
yeah.
I don't know. I had to put another toilet.
People are, in the 21st century, fucking morons.
I mean, you got a point there.
Oh my god, you're playing a game different to how it's supposed to be played. Oh my god, I'm triggered. I'm gonna write this on.
I mean, that's kind of that's kind of everyone these days. Ooh, I'm gonna get offended at everything.
Fuck no.
Oh my god, you drive a Tesla? Oh, my
Oh
god,
look,
I
you
hate
took them
you.
off
Don't
too.
drive.
Finally.
Because I'm trying to work at the same time. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do a job
I
with
should
a
probably
fucking
work
iPod,
during
and I can't
podcasts.
see with sunglasses.
But yeah, I guess we'll conclude the right to repair thing because yeah, right to repair is gonna get passed soon, so that's pretty cool. And
So suck
Was it-
dick Trump, suck dick Elon, and fucking Tim Apple.
God, Elon Musk is the
Oh,
worst.
and Mark goes suck an egg bug.
At least he hasn't made products.
Amazon
Well,
stuff.
no, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
stuff
makes
is like doesn't even that stuff's all glued together. So
Yeah. Do you want to know why I don't have an Amazon Fire tablet?
That's
did-
not him. That's fucking.
why would anyone have a Fire tablet? There's something
I
called
did
an
have one.
iPad. It's an actually good quality tablet, and you can buy them.
Oh, I had a Fire tablet, and then I smashed it to
Fire
pieces
tablet.
because it died. It
I have a
just-
Fire tablet somewhere that someone just gave to me, and I'm like, oh sweet, one of these things. And I'm just gonna leave it in a closet, and that's exactly what I did. And I don't remember where I put it, which is maybe for the best.
Maybe it's still in America.
Maybe I left it in the attic. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing to be missed. I don't technically like.
Don't those things
It's
run
gonna have
Android or
one
something?
No, they don't actually. They run Amazon OS, I think. It's an Amazon operating
I
system.
remember it being super
based on
limited, and I
Android.
tried installing Minecraft on it, but I didn't even think I could find Minecraft, which kind of killed it for me because I had an iPad, and I'm like, what's the point of this
Which
thing?
could run it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I kind of dumped it or something. I forgot, but who cares? It's a Fire tablet. But, yeah, I think we were going to move on to our next topic. I don't know if it's our... it's a shame Aaron's not here because
He would've kept
actually...
fucking up.
Yeah, let's go to our recent finds topic, and then we can go to the other one if Aaron comes, but he might not. But yeah,
What was the other one?
iPhone problems.
Oh,
yes.
fucking hell. He's
Aaron's
going to
got
have a lot to say on this
yeah.
one, isn't he?
No, I had
mean,
a
I
whole
can-
topic
I-
reserved for
I
him, and he
like
didn't
to
even
say as
show
well.
up. But
I mean, I can still say a bit because my phone is on its third screen and fucking burning again.
Anyway,
I mean, my screen's infected with burn-in, but you know, that's because I use my phone like 24/7.
all right. Anyway, so we're gonna go into recent finds, and this is mostly just like stuff we can talk about, like stuff we found recently or purchased recently. I mean, I would say in like the last 3 or so months, or even discovered recently. And I've discovered a few
Yeah.
things that I've just taken out. So who wants to
Go
start?
on then.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll
You go
start. I've been looking through my very small hoard of like Windows stuff. Most notably this Gacer tablet thing.
No,
And
it's
it's
that one.
really
It's the EPC. with
It's
the
not an
Surface
EPC.
screen.
It's this thing. It's some
Oh.
weird Surface-looking tablet, but it doesn't really
Nice.
work. It's got Windows 7. Very
Oh,
luxurious.
God.
but-
Really?
Oh,
yeah, it's got Windows 7. This thing's a
I-
beaut. It doesn't like booting ever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I can tell.
But
think
I mean, it
it's-
boots. It boots
you
into
say?
7. It has someone's information on it, but it doesn't like going into doesn't like doing anything else. It'll boot and then it'll just give you an infinite loading. So I'm probably gonna have to reinstall it or snap it in half. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I've just been I think someone gave this to me like half a year ago,
it
and I was
looks
like,
cool.
kind
The
of.
design looks cool.
I mean, it's basically an old Surface, and then the keyboard is like the dumbest thing. So there's a keyboard, no trackpad, it's a track point, so whatever, that works. So this thing comes open like this, right?
Yeah.
Put the tablet in here like this. I think it's USB. And then guess what? You can't close it like this. It doesn't close like this. It's not like a laptop. So you have to take the tablet out, close that, and then sort of weirdly put it in like that and then lock it, and then it
What?
doesn't even hold itself together from. I mean, it does decently, but not really. It's such a stupid design.
Wow, that's pretty gay.
It's premium.
That's pretty gay.
This is premium Acer quality, boys. And knowing me, this will probably go right back into my closet when I'm after this. But yeah, some other things I've just taken out are like old Windows laptops. I brought out my old daily driver, which was terrible, and I remembered how bad I used to have it.
Oh, the Toshiba.
Oh,
The
Wasn't
thing
your
shutter.
old
It's
daily
like
driver
really
also the fucking '06 MacBook?
Yes, I had that was that was the last daily driver I had before the computer right now. Before that I had the Surface, which totaled itself after the keyboard died and was like practically unusable. So I got an '06 MacBook. And then I had the '06 MacBook and I'm like, you know what, it web browses and all I have to do on my computer is school as of now, so I'll live with it. Something else I also before that I had this Dell sort of. I had this Dell E-Series, it's E65 Latitude E6500 with an extended battery. That was actually a really nice computer. It's like a mostly aluminum design, although the bezel's cracked, which is very common on those things, and the keyboard stopped working, so I stopped using it. Oh yeah, does yours have the extended battery?
No.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
gay.
buy it.
Imagine not having the
I'm gonna buy the
extended
extended
battery
battery.
on your computer. But and then before that I had
Imagine having a computer. Fuck.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So then, and then before that I had the Toshiba, obviously, and that thing was a pile of crap. Even then, I remember it. I think it had this audio issue where, if I was watching YouTube or something, it would make like a random burp buzz noise from the speaker if I was watching something like every 10 or 15 seconds. It was so annoying and I did not like it. It also didn't play games well at all. It did not play games at all. It was really bad.
Predictable because it's Intel.
Yeah, that sounds shit.
Yeah, it was not good. But
it's not built.
that was how I lived back then, and then I actually decided, you know what, instead of buying crap computers, I'm gonna save up and buy a nice computer, and then I did, and now I'm happy. Although I'm probably going to replace this in like a year because I want something desktop-y. So.
Yeah. You're not going to have a laptop.
Yeah. Oh, Finn is in here. Excellent.
Finn's in the chat.
Yeah, Finn is in the chat. That is very excellent.
It's the first person we've had in the fucking chat.
Well, we've had Logan, but then he kind of died after the suit fiasco. The suit fiasco. And then, yeah, so then other than finds, I haven't really had any thrift store finds. I found, like, one of those power bricks where you can change the tips and the voltages so you can use them and things. And I got it for, like, $15, which isn't bad, because I'm just trying to get stuff like that just so it's easier to get power on things that I don't really have power on, but... Yeah, and then
I'm just trying to make money at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Finn is home. That is excellent. How was your 12-hour drive? You have to drive 12 hours
Where did
somewhere?
Finn go?
I don't even know.
I think Finn went to Finland.
I think that's literally it. I think he just drove to another area of Finland to see someone, which is kind of lame, but...
In 12 hours?
No.
It doesn't even take 12 hours to get to fucking Scotland from Land's End.
I think it took like 8 or 10 hours to get to Italy from here. So...
It
then
takes
again,
8
it's really small and Italy borders us.
Charlie, it
What?
takes 8 to get from the bottom of England to the top of Scotland.
Actually, I think Switzerland might have the most countries bordering it. I have to check this.
It's got, I know it's got France, it's got Italy.
But
Doesn't
they're
have
like
Germany.
the big
Germany
companies.
just-
Russia, Brazil, Germany.
Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil. But I think that's just because like it has a bunch of other countries. Austria, Germany, France, China. Okay, so I believe we have, so as Switzerland we have Liechtenstein, I think we have Austria. We have France, we have Italy, we have Germany. I think that might be it actually.
You have Germany?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, we do have Germany. No, we have Germany.
You have to go round.
Mm.
So, like, if you're coming from the UK, you have to go through France, Italy, Germany, and then back round into Switzerland.
No, Switzerland is right next to Germany. Well, if you're going to the UK, it's faster if you go from
To go through France.
Switzerland to France to Germany. Or no, it's I don't even know.
You go
It's
to
weird.
Calais, and then you get on the.
Yeah, because I'm still trying to plan my.
And you
I'm
go
still
to
trying to plan
Dover.
our route because I'm evidently gonna have to cross the fucking channel into France and then go to Switzerland.
You're gonna go to Calais, and you're gonna drive from Calais through France into
That'd
Germany.
be. I wish I
then
could drive through
Switzerland.
Germany instead. Could you imagine that Aston Martin on the fucking German
Yeah,
autobahn?
and then you could visit Zurich, the most boring city in the history of any city ever.
Well, that's what we're meeting up, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Marius said once he gets his Trabant running, he'd drive to Zurich to meet me and then to show me how weird it is, which would be funny.
You know
I
what?
would take my
You know
discovery.
what?
on
I'm gonna
the
do.
autobahn,
I'm
but
gonna
it
do the
goes very
same
fast.
thing when I pass my driver's test. Fuck
Sweet.
it.
Even if it's like a rental.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Actually,
take
can
a
you
month off of
actually? I
college
wonder.
and go
Can
for
you
a
rent
trip.
Aston Martins at like a place in
Yes.
Germany? You could rent an
Yes, of
Aston,
course
and
you
then
can.
you can drive it over.
I'm not. Okay. There is a problem. Okay. In the UK, to rent a car, you have to be 25.
Ah.
Ah,
But then that's
To
Germany.
rent an Aston Martin, I've looked into this. To rent an Aston Martin DBS, you only get 100 miles a day, and the deposit is £5,000.
That's a lot. Don't you get the deposit back though?
You get the deposit back, but
No,
I'm
but
not
it is
paying
a
£5
deposit.
grand for fucking deposit.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I may have to come over in a shitty little Renault Clio, but at least it's driving.
Actually, we were talking about. I was talking about my first car with my dad, and I jokingly told him I wanted to drive like something stupidly large, like an Eldorado. And then he points at this Renault Clio that's parked on the side of the road, and he's like, "Why don't you drive something like that?" And then I like totally died inside. I wouldn't. I mean, I get you
Everyone
like it, but
says
it's
that.
sad. I don't
everyone
want
I
it.
go to says
The
that.
only
They say,
reason
"Hey,
I
want
want
to
it, Charlie, is because I want the cheapest piece of shit I can fucking get. So I can save up for the Aston, so I can save up for the DeLorean, whatever I get.
Why don't you get a Renault Clio in orange specifically and drill holes in the side to put speakers in it? I think Colin first did that.
We'll get a Rover 75.
I think he
and make
did,
a
didn't he?
giant flipping
Yeah, he did. He got
He
a
did.
Renault Clio.
Yeah, I watched it
I
yesterday.
can't remember.
And then he did with a Rover 75, he put a giant exhaust on it.
He also made the Z3 Bond car.
Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah.
cool.
He made he made the E30. I think it was E30 M3 fucking hot tub, didn't he?
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
I think it's
Right.
like 518.
But then he also has a DeLorean.
Oh yeah. Although he actually didn't, he says he originally bought a DeLorean to like turn into a time machine, but then he thought, but then he
time machine, but
he didn't do
he
it.
said it was
because-
nice, didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
So
it'd
you
be-
watch Car Throttle as well.
No, I don't watch Car Throttle. No, this was his video when he made the because what he did make from Back to the Future is the
Oh yeah,
the baseball bat,
The
Biff's baseball
baseball
bat.
bat and the I can't remember what the other one was.
The other
it?
one
Fucking
was he just flew on a jetpack with the Back to the Future skateboard on his feet.
Yeah, Biff's hoverboard, I think it was.
No,
Or
it was
Griff.
Marty's. It was it was Griff's hoverboard. No, Griff. No, it was Griff's baseball bat and then Marty's hoverboard.
Oh yeah.
Something that I have been getting more into as of recent is my HP NX6110 compact. It needs a new hard drive because it's like 70. No, it's not. It's 4200 RPM. It's even slower than the drive in my ThinkPad. And it's only 10 gigs in
What?
capacity, and that's just mega gay.
Ew, 10
This thing
gig.
takes 5 minutes to boot up. It's stuck on the XP loading screen for about 2 minutes. Then you're stuck entering your password.
How
What?
old is
If
that
you forget your
thing?
Password, 2005, I'd say it's.
10 gigs for
Oh, so
2005 was
it's
pretty
older
bad.
than yours.
Apple was shipping like 100 gig drives with their desktops back then. And that's a
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, this wasn't
10.
the original drive. This isn't the
Well, that
original
thing's
drive.
older
This
than
is
you,
the
Charlie.
Yeah, it is.
That thing's older than you.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah, I've just thought when I pass my test, I can actually bring my fucking Macs that you want of mine.
Then that
oh,
is
yeah,
not
I
a
can
bad
finally pick
price.
up my iBook.
Huh?
And then I can fix it. And
Ben said he
get
could
some
buy an
video.
'87 Corolla for $550, which isn't bad actually.
Why do you want a Corolla?
Because it's cheap.
And yeah, Corollas are actually
True.
really, really, really reliable. They're like the
Yep.
not
How
so
much is a
not so
fucking
Astra. You can't
Eldorado
kill them
then,
easily.
Charlie? In
Here it's
Switzerland.
stupid. I think the
How much?
cheapest is like 15. For like one that would actually buy, which is stupid for a first car. But then in the US they're like 5 or 7 for a decent one.
Why don't you buy one in the States, get your granddad to look it over, and then import it?
Remember I will.
Oh, but import tax. You got to keep import tax in mind. That's
Import
gonna be
tax.
expensive.
So what? Import tax is like 20%.
Actually, I looked it up. There's a site that sort of calculates how much it would cost to have a vehicle sent over.
Yeah, there was a
it's in the
site
ballpark
before.
of like $800 or so dollars.
That's not bad.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really
Shit.
good.
Is that's
And then import taxes are gonna rape me. Because Switzerland's the worst with that.
the DeLorean was 2.5 or 3 grand,
Oh.
something
A
like
lot of
that.
the cars I want, I can just
But in the
use to buy
UK, they judge it off like 20% of the cost of the car.
Oh.
I think.
I've
So I
decided
guess
my
you could
first
just
car
lie.
is going to be...
If you're importing it from fucking America and they do the same thing as the UK, I guess you could just lie about the price and say it was $200 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, even the cheapest Eldorado there is 4K. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, Switzerland has like the small body Cadillacs, which were like the later 80s ones, which I don't really like too much because they're small.
Not the cool 60s one.
No, because the cool ones are the 50s, 60s, and 70s ones. I mean, 50s ones are like collectible category. 60s are more reasonable. 70s are like the good area because they're cheap. You have big engines. They're comfortable.
They're bottom bargain.
They're actually pretty good prices, and they're actually not bad. They're pretty similar in like specifications and size
To a
and
50s.
quality to like a 60s one. I mean, 51s are in like a whole other league compared to that.
Yeah, they're gonna be fucking expensive, aren't they?
My first car, ideally, I want a Volvo C30. It's like the only hatchback Volvo sell, and if you get the V60, the C30R, that's the
The
performance
C30 is
model.
going to be expensive.
Yes, they are quite
C30
expensive. They go for
You're
about
not.
a grand.
Don't get a performance.
Oh,
model as your
Finn said the
first one.
cheapest
Performance
good
model
one is
immediately.
10K. That makes sense.
Out.
I don't want to get a performance one immediately. I just want to
Listen
get a
to me,
box
Luke.
standard
Do not get a
C30.
performance car as your first one because insurance will absolutely rape you.
I mean, I could just go with.
They
the
will.
C30.
They will fucking destroy you.
They
with
probably
insurance.
will. Actually, you know what I'm really
Mine
excited
is
about? Did you see I'm sure you have, but have you seen the trailer for the new Grand Tour special?
Yes,
It is
I
so. I love the selection of cars. It is so cool. They have the holy trinity of the 70s. They have the Lincoln Continental Mark V, Cadillac DeVille, Coupe DeVille, and then they even have the Buick Riviera. It's a awesome combo. Although I'm gonna be really disappointed if they end up smashing all of them by the end. That's gonna be. I'm
I
gonna
think
get pissed.
Richard crashes. I think Richard does crash.
I mean, he's Richard, so.
Exactly, it's Richard fucking Hammond.
Yeah.
Isn't it
it's
sad
not a
that the
surprise.
only part of the original trio that I've met is fucking Ben Collins?
Yes.
Ben
Oh,
Collins?
I want to meet Richard. Yeah, he was the stick.
Oh.
I want to meet Richard Hammond
Mhm.
really badly.
Yeah,
I'm not too fussed about May. I want to meet
I wanna see
Jeremy
May.
and Richard.
May is my kind of person.
I
He
would-
likes
I
to
would-
talk.
I mean, if I were to meet
Obviously-
one of them, I'd probably meet all of them. I mean, I have like the same sort of like interest in all of them equally. I mean, I get what you mean by like Jeremy and Richard
Yeah.
being more desirable. I mean, May's fine, but it would be kind of weird
May's
not
fine, yeah.
only meeting some of them and not meeting others. So sort of like the
Yeah, but then
three
again, I've
package,
only
you
met
know.
the fucking stick.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
still
again, I've only
kind
met
of
the
cool.
stick, so I can't really do anything.
That's still kind of cool though.
It is quite cool. And
Mhm.
we were talking about me with karting, and he seemed quite impressed.
Yeah. That's
So I'm
For
happy
my
with that.
first car, I
Steve
might
thinks
just
I'm
end
good.
up
I'm a
going
good
Focus.
driver.
Meh.
But I don't want a Focus. The problem, I don't want a performance Volvo C30, but I want a C30, just a C30, even if it's like.
Just get the bottom of the
1.3.
fucking ring. Just get the cheapest C30 you can find.
Yeah,
Honestly-
I
one
mean,
without a
then again,
stereo.
you don't want to get the cheapest alteration of
But then
some
again,
car unless you
Charlie,
absolutely know that they're
this-
reliable. Because Hoovie's Garage has
Charlie.
already taught me enough about buying cheap cars. You do not want to buy
Charlie.
cheap cars.
It is, at the end of the day, it is a Volvo. It is modern, not fucking stupidly
Fair enough.
old or fucking. It's a Volvo, for God's sake. That's enough.
Even the old
Volvos
I mean, the
are-
thing about
Left and
buying
right.
cheap cars is like, yeah, you can buy a 500e for really cheap, but by the time you're done sorting it out, you're paying about as much
gonna
as
be
you would
more
for a
than
good one,
$1,000.
or even more. Unless you do it yourself and
Speaking of,
labor costs are brought down. The thing
speaking
is, who
of,
wants to repair your own
restoration
car? You want a car to drive,
Me!
not sit in your fucking
Fucking me!
driveway. And because, like, for
Fucking me,
example,
I love
Aiden's car,
restoration.
like he plans to daily that thing, which is retarded. And it doesn't
I
even
plan to daily
drive.
fucking
It's totally
DeLorean.
useless to him right now when he could have bought a driving
I plan,
stuff.
I plan to daily that fucking DeLorean if I buy it, which is probably not going to happen considering it's at 14 grand and the guy wants 25.
I want to. I really want a double car setup when I'm into my late adulthood. I mean, I want to get an off-roader car. Yeah, I know everyone hates Land Rovers, but I want a Land Rover, and I want a Volvo Estate.
Land Rovers are
Two
bad
full
because they're
sedan, mint
unreliable,
condition.
but they're not awful cars. Other
They're not
than
awful.
They've
unreliable.
always been unreliable, pretty much.
They do have
At least-
problems.
I mean,
At
that's
least since
kind of
the
every
original
British
Range
car,
Rover.
if I'm honest.
Yeah, every
No,
British
it's
car has its
not.
problems. And but
The
then
only,
every
the
car,
only really bad British car company when it comes to reliability really was fucking it was
Austin.
Leyland.
Oh yeah, British Leyland, Rover,
British Leyland wasn't very
MG.
good.
Mm.
Aston Martin, they're not bad
Morris.
reliability. Like your mates, your dad's mate has one. Has
Well,
he
yeah.
ever
Then
had
again,
fucking-
it's been sitting, and he has it at the at like this Aston Martin place where it's constantly being maintained when he
Okay,
doesn't
Rover
drive. And
SD1.
apparently, he hasn't driven it in like a year or so, which is interesting.
Rover SD1.
But it is being
But
maintained,
has
so
he
it's not
had
sitting
problems?
properly.
Has he had problems with the car?
Not that I know of, but that's probably because, again, it's been sitting in a shop where it's being constantly maintained.
Oh, speaking.
Yeah, but
of
when they
British
say
cars,
maintain, Charlie, they mean they drive it around once a week and they change fluids and filters.
Probably, yeah. Or just
all they
fixing
do.
whatever just suddenly breaks or whatever, or
Does
some
anyone-
stuff.
Yeah.
Has
Oh
anyone
god, could
here
you
seen
imagine
Ed
having
Sheeran?
that as a job? Oh fuck me, that'd be
Mm.
so fucking cool.
I'm sure, because there are plenty of
Just
rich
sick-
people in this country that would probably leave their sitting cars with some organization that sort of just runs them around while they're in their Porsche Taycans and stuff.
Oh,
Because
I'd
he
love
drives a
that
Porsche
job.
Taycan now, and I think his wife drives either a white GLS, but like the fancy AMG one that we can never afford, or like a
Oh,
Five.
the very small.
yeah G55, or she's driving a G wagon of some kind. I don't remember, or maybe that's him driving a G.
You had
Yeah, we had
Yeah,
a G wagon. It was we had the G550 in 2016. My dad really liked it, and he kept it up until we moved. And I swear, he was this. I've never seen him so sad. Well, he didn't cry or anything, but I've never seen him so sad about letting a car go than that one day. He just came back and he was like on the brink of crying, and I felt so sad for him. And now he has to drive. I don't know. He doesn't like it as much, but whatever. Ooh, it's
Of
a
course you
hybrid.
can.
It's so much. It's so much cleaner for the. And then like the only reason he bought a hybrid is because he didn't want to. He does because he works for a job that involves like being good for the environment and a public, somewhat good image publicly in at his firm or whatever. And for some reason he said that buying a hybrid would be good, even though keeping the car he already had would be better for the environment. Yet like all of his
Exactly.
colleagues drive G wagons. Like I went to his office like earlier this week or so, and everyone in the parking lot literally had a G wagon or something stupid. And then I'm like, what is this? You haven't told me about this.
Why the
And
fuck
whatever.
didn't you just keep your G?
Exactly. I would have kept it. And he himself said, this is going to be the car that I keep forever, because this is a G wagon, and these never go out of style, and these will always be really cool. Actually, we actually met.
They've never gone out of style, have
Yeah,
they?
they've been around since like the late 70s. Actually, we met a guy
Yeah.
to be
fair, they were never what they once were until like the
Yeah, they were
early
designed for the
2000s.
military. Now they're sort of clout cars. But I mean, he has the car because he likes
Yeah.
it, not because he wants attention, but he likes the car and he thought it was a cool car. And
I mean, that's the
actually,
whole point. If you want a
I'm-
car, you get that
mm.
car.
Mhm.
That's what I
I'm
think.
not
I mean,
too
if you
keen
want
on.
an
I
Evo,
don't.
if
I
you
mean,
want a
I can.
PT Cruiser,
The
you
G
can
wagon
buy
to me
one.
is a car I can take or leave.
I mean,
I
then
can
again,
take
you
it.
are British, and British people are used to smaller cars to fit through your tiny driveways and
Oh
your,
no,
your
it's
small
not that. It's not that.
roadways.
But
And...
we can.
Trust me,
I see land yachts
fucking out,
going
Charlie.
around all the time.
The amount of SUVs and fucking off-roaders that you see being driven around here that have never seen the fucking even a speck of dirt is stupid. It's ridiculous.
My granddad
It's
used
so.
to take his
My
Land Rover
grandparents are
through
like
fields
it. They've
all
got
the
a
time.
fucking Range Rover. It's never been off-road in its life.
Wait.
I mean,
is
then
it
again,
the
luxury
Range
SUVs
Rover?
aren't exactly designed to go off-roading. Like Mercedes, like the GLS isn't designed to go off-roading. Like, yeah, it's an SUV, but it's not really designed to go off-roading. G-Class
You forget,
actually
I
is
have
designed for
driven
going
off-road
off-roading. It literally
before.
has buttons on the center console that put it into like different differential modes. I believe that's what it does. But
You do
That-
forget I have done off-roading in a fucking Range Rover Sport. That oh god.
oh yeah,
That's
that
what
video
from
of you just
20.
whirring
I know.
around. And then that comment Duke
When you're
laughed.
actually-
Good driving, Henry.
Oh,
The only
God. To
two
be
Range
fair, when you're
Rovers I
driving
can
that thing,
safely
it
say
feels
are
like you're in
really
a
bad.
Rolls Royce just stupidly high up. It's nice, but they're unreliable as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, the most
So they're going to be as
Range
unreliable
Rover
as Aaron
models.
tonight. Third one.
Finn
L3
saw 10 Teslas today.
Oh, that crap,
That's
actually.
Well, the
disappointing.
L322R.
I've not
That's
seen a single
like the
Tesla.
third gen.
Finn told me he saw
Third
10
generation
Teslas today on his
Range
12-hour drive, which
We
is
need to make a.
disappointing.
Second
Do you know what?
generation
You know what? We need to
P38
stop doing a
is the
fucking
S
Apple
suspension.
podcast and just do a car one.
That would be
Because
pretty
we
sweet.
seem-
I like
We
your
seem
idea
to
of that.
flow
We all can
so
always-
much better when it comes to us talking about cars.
I mean, then again, we have sort of milked Apple stuff dry, if I'm
Pretty
honest.
much.
Effectively, yeah.
because we did. I mean, admittedly, it's not a topic we like to talk about, but we had Mac in chat before. That didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Now
like
I've
a
got
fun.
Where we go off on fucking tangents about cars. So we've been doing this for about half an hour.
Yeah.
Just talking about cars.
Yeah.
We literally have.
Stop. This is fun. I'm
In all
convinced.
honesty, I think that if you want a car, regardless of how reliable it is, or regardless of what the hate base
You
is,
can
if
have the
want
car,
a-
but people will still make fun of you for it.
Exactly.
Like
So I
Aiden.
Yeah.
No one will ever stop giving him
Okay,
shit for
right.
buying that car.
I mean, I don't care
Alright,
what people
what
say
is a
about my
car that
Discovery
you
or
think
shit like
should
that.
be given shit for if you buy one?
Hugo.
You go.
Hugo is not on this list because you've already fucking said that. We've already kicked that horse down.
Zastiva.
Steva, yes.
A PT Cruiser.
That's a good
Admittedly,
one.
yes.
It's a
If I
Steva.
buy a PT Cruiser,
Steven's
Uh,
gonna
I
be
will
pissed.
completely
You
stop.
said no, you girls. Just Steva's the fucking you girl.
I mean,
Oh,
a PT
God, that
Cruiser,
hurts.
it's a 2000s Chrysler. I mean, I don't know if I'll get more hate for a 300C or a PT Cruiser. I like both cars.
A 300C. You probably get more hate with a fucking Chrysler PT Cruiser, but then again, as Charlie said, a 300C is what?
A
What do you
drug
think?
dealer's car.
Can you see? Yeah, exactly. Oh no, a drug dealer has arrived.
Oh, good, my
Oh,
drug
shit, that was
dealers
rent.
kind of arrived.
And I hate one. Can I just put a bugbear that I hate? I think you can back me up on this, Henry. People who
Hmm.
put Bentley badges and replace
Bentley
the
badges
grills.
on their
People
Bentley
actually
badges.
do that,
I
really?
hate
Yeah.
Why do they
Worst
do
fucking
that?
thing in the
Who are
world.
you fooling? It's not a Bentley, and it doesn't look like a
Uh,
Bentley.
They don't change the back ones
What
either.
they do
They
is
only change
They
the-
replaced the fucking bit that says Chrysler, the little circle, but they put the Bentley B, and because the Chrysler logo has the little bits, the little side, they think it makes it look like a Bentley badge when it fucking doesn't.
It is.
No.
And plus the
It's
car is so obvious.
abysmal. It's
That's
horrible.
stupid.
There's a taxi group in the town where I live, and they've got a 300C, and it has that fucking Bentley badge.
If you
in the
think that's
steering wheel.
bad, Finn just said he saw a PT Cruiser with General Motors mud flaps.
Actually, I think that's better.
I think it's
I think
better.
I mean, it's
better.
not as bad,
Considering
but it's pretty bad.
Because here's the G-
It's pretty
GM
bad,
car.
yeah.
It's
At
bad.
least it's from General Motors. It is
It's
actually
not
a GM.
General Motors. It's not from. It's not a
Is
GM
it
car.
not?
Chrysler's
Is it
from
not?
Is it not?
Chrysler. There's Chrysler Corporation. They do Jeep. They do. Chrysler does. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, Chrysler does Jeep. Chrysler does. I'm pretty sure they do Lancia. They also do.
Fiat and Ferrari.
Oh yeah.
Oh
They
yeah.
own
Yeah,
Ferrari.
The Chrysler and GM
Alfa
corporations are
Romeo.
two different things. So, yeah.
Nah. Do you know
They
why?
also do
Dodge
Dodge.
doesn't make
Dodge is another one.
What other
Do you know why
car
Dodge
would
doesn't make the
make
Viper
you
anymore?
Huh?
illegal?
Do you know why Dodge doesn't make the Viper anymore?
Why?
Because Ferrari didn't want a car that could overshadow them.
That's
Oh.
Seriously, that's true.
wow.
Because to be fair, the Viper has what, 8.4 litre V10?
Yeah.
That thing's fucking powerful.
Yes.
Mhm.
Powerful as anything.
I think isn't that the same thing that Hammond drove that in that on the Grand Tour when they went
Yeah.
to Detroit?
How the hell?
And then he spent like 20 minutes putting together his fucking drag
hotel,
drag
they
drag
parked
kit.
What?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm. Oh no! That was a demon.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Same
That
thing.
was the demon.
He had a Hellcat.
No, I mean the one. Do you remember in the episode of Top Gear where they went on an American road trip? Jeremy had the LFA, James had the Aston Martin Vanquish, and Richard had the Black Viper.
I don't.
Yes.
I might.
Yes,
I don't really remember that. No, I don't think so.
They had the race from they had the race from Las Vegas to the border, and they
Sounds
fucked with
familiar.
Hammond's car.
Was there a
They
Cadillac?
fucked with
or a
Hammond's
Corvette?
car.
Hmm.
Come
There
on,
looks like a Cadillac in
I
that
don't
photo.
know.
you have
It's
to.
a red car.
They
know.
drew a dick in a storm drain.
I don't remember
And
this. I must. Oh, I haven't
Oh,
seen
for
that
God's sake.
episode. I don't. I don't think I've seen it.
Jeremy calls up the fucking thing because in that episode, the Lexus LFA, instead of putting in things manually into your sat nav, you could call up Lexus, ask the person there to put in a certain destination, and they'll put it in there for you. So he called them up and they said, "Good afternoon, we are Lexus. How can we help you?" And he said, "Hello. I accidentally drawn a gentleman's sausage on a storm drain. Can you help me get away?" Of course.
Oh, that's excellent.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
don't
okay.
remember that, but
Here's a question.
How?
Would you
I
get
don't-
hate for owning a London taxi? Like just an old decommissioned
Probably so.
TX4?
I don't know. I don't know British culture enough. Actually,
You're
a
probably-
vehicle I would
Yeah.
like to own just as like a meme is a LLV Grumman when they're finally retired and like never, which is basically
Don't
the
know what they
current. That's basically the current U.S. Postal System's mail truck. They're like these small little white mail trucks that are built off the
I know what you mean.
Gremlin platform, if I remember correctly. They were built by, I think they were built by AMC.
ANC Gremlin.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were based off an AMC Gremlin, and they're still riding around today. And they were supposed to be replaced in like 2020, but we all know why that didn't happen. And they're either going to be replaced by like transit vans or these
why
electric
didn't it happen,
shits.
Charlie?
I mean, I kind of like them because they're just distinct and kind of cool, but they're also quite
Yeah, but
terrible
to be
because it
fair,
costs more to maintain them a year than it is to just buy new trucks. And they also like to catch fire.
Yeah, they
Which is
don't
pretty
explode.
fun. So, well,
To
not
be
exploding,
fair though,
just saying.
Charlie, they are a fucking AMC Gremlin, which is not a cool car.
I actually have to look this up.
I mean,
A car based on a fucking Gremlin is not that cool, in my opinion.
I like the Pacer. The Pacer I like more than the Gremlin.
The Grumman. They
Paces
called it the
shit.
Grumman.
Both lemon.
Specifically designed for the United States Postal Service. It was one. They They have this sort of competition of who can design the best mail truck, and apparently this thing won.
Somehow.
The British mail trucks are just fucking Ford Transits.
Yeah, they're just red.
And they
I mean,
work perfectly
these
fine.
these vehicles were specific. It's literally LLV. Literally stands for Long Life Vehicle, and they've been in production since the 80s. I thought it was the 70s. No, the 70s was Jeeps. So
Henry. The
That's
Royal
still
Mail
not
van
bad, to
hasn't
be
always
fair.
been
Been in production
Ford
since the fucking
Transit.
1970s.
extended to in 2009 they extended it to 30 years. Oh,
Wow.
Ford Transit Ford Transit is the most iconic one.
Based on the 1982 Chevy S10 Blazer, so it wasn't a Gremlin.
Oh.
It was. I thought it was 70s. That must have been wrong.
Evidently.
But I must admit, yeah, Royal Mail's been using all kinds of different vans. They've used Peugeot Bippers.
So it is
Citroën,
GM. Okay.
LDV Convoy.
Don't they nowadays use like
Dodge.
fucking Nissan Leaf vans?
Yes,
Ew.
they use the Nissan.
Actually,
God, those
the postal system
nasty.
here, which actually does replace their vehicles quite often. I think they do every decade. The new vehicles that they actually have that they're going to replace the current vehicles with which are these sort of ugly Renault sort of vans. I don't really like the way they look, but they're replacing them
the
with
Renault
these. You know the company
Renault
MAN that makes
Renault
trucks
truck.
and shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they have an electric sort of van, and they're replacing those with those. And the only reason I like it is because they actually don't look like shit. They actually look kind of nice. Let me show you
Oh,
a
yeah.
picture.
I
It's
like
not
the
gonna work,
Mercedes
remember?
Sprinter. The
Yeah,
Mercedes
exactly, because
Sprinter.
they are going to probably run out of battery. But
Mm.
if you want to look, it's in VC chat.
Cool. I'll have a look. When
then-
fucking oh yeah, to turn Wi-Fi off my fucking laptop to try and conserve shit.
And then these are the
Because
old
I
ones.
apparently live in the 20th century
Nice.
and have dial-up.
Yeah, but basically, so the new ones, I think they look a lot nicer than the old ones.
Die post.
We
That's
have
wonder
those as
why.
well.
Why
They
not
call
just
it's
use
D post, which stands for the post.
die post.
Yeah.
Oh, and also speaking of
Oh,
speaking of the new mail trucks, this is
that's
a
the Renault Traffic.
yeah, the one that I don't really like particularly much because it's kind of ugly. But oh yeah, also if you're wondering, this is also an example of one of the U.S. mail trucks they planned on replacing. Or I mean, one of them in the running, which is really ugly. And then there's also a transit van with like a special bumper or whatever, which is also kind of ugly.
That's why do they have those bumpers?
I don't even know.
Crash protection.
It's because it's a mail truck that bumps into things. But I mean,
Why
here's
do
the
all
clip.
American cars, for something specific, have to look so fucking retarded? They look awful. They look awful, for God's sake.
I don't know.
Like, oh my god, an America and a fucking at least a British police car. It looks like a normal car. It doesn't look overly designed with all these stupid ramming things all over it.
Well, I mean, the thing is about like
It-
commercial
it-
vehicles. A lot of commercial vehicles are specifically designed for like long life and just for like the minimal amount of part replacements ever. So they put special bumpers on them and stuff, and it's just mostly just to keep costs down. But ooh, that's.
But then again,
the
Charlie,
Harley
when the
cars.
fuck are you gonna have to get a bumper replaced unless your driver is an absolute idiot?
I like that Ford Transit in the background. That's a Mark II Ford Transit behind the hearse.
And then, for example, you have UPS and FedEx using ancient relics like these, which are. It says hybrid electric, but don't be fooled. It's not a hybrid electric.
Fully diesel. We have Mercedes. Mercedes.
Do you know what I'm gonna
in the
do
UK,
one
the
day?
ABS.
What?
When it becomes illegal to drive, or if it becomes illegal to drive, a fully gas car, a fully
You know what? I
I-
thought of that, and if they do, I'm gonna set up something called like an event where we have a Tesla in like the middle of a field, and we invite a bunch of car enthusiasts, and everyone just has hammers and shit, and they just smash it. You know how awesome that would be? Just to like say fuck
That's
you
not
to
what
the
I'm
electric car.
That's not what I'm thinking, but I like your idea. What I'm thinking is, when it becomes time that we have to do that, just put a battery terminal in an Aston Martin DBS with a little 9-volt battery, and say that's a hybrid.
I like that.
Perhaps.
Like, no, my car's. a
Although
hybrid.
I think what I would see happening is people would be forced to. I think what would end up happening is people would have to be forced to EV convert their cars, which is stupid. Like
God.
which I would hate because the whole fun of an old car is having that old engine. Although I feel like they'll make an exception, as in I don't know, but then again, they might ban the
If
whole
your car,
thing.
like in America with the 25th, 25-year import thing, that you can drive it if it's somewhat significant.
Yeah, I guess so. Or, like, for
I
example, any car that's already been made with a gas engine is legal to drive, but companies cannot make gas engines anymore. I mean, that's ideally how I would see
yeah.
it go down, because then again, modern cars
Oh,
are
I
all kind
agree.
of crap
I
anyway,
agree.
so you can't really get any
The
worse.
only modern car I like is the Ferrari Roma,
That
and
looks
that,
so
thank God,
bad.
I know you don't like it. I
It
love
looks
it,
like
but
a Tesla.
at least
I
it
don't
is
like
not a
modern cars.
hybrid or an electric car.
I'm not really a sports car person. I just like
Oh, I love
big
them.
old
I love them. I love
off-roaders
them. I
and
love them to
estate cars.
bits.
I
I
mean, the
love
only
old
sports
sports
car
cars
wise,
so much.
sports car wise, I do like. Oh God, what's that sports car I really like? It's like this. Oh, no, I can't remember. I like the DeLorean, yeah, but that's not really.
Charlie finds DeLoreans meh. He doesn't really understand them.
I don't get the
Or the
appeal too much. I mean,
everyone-
yeah,
everyone-
DeLorean, whatever, not like anything else, but yeah.
Everyone does have their preferences. I mean, I like Land Rovers and not really.
Polestar
Exactly.
1 is a Volvo. Isn't Polestar a Volvo thing?
There is a
Polestar
car I
is
would
Geely.
like.
Polestar is made by Geely, and Geely
what?
owns Volvo.
Ah,
Geely, it's
so
a
it is a
Chinese motor
Volvo.
company.
Because
Yeah.
Volvo's owned by the Chinese now. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Are
shitty.
they?
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
been
they are.
part of it for a while.
They've been part of it for ages.
So
Since
is Lotus, to be
2017.
fair. Lotus has been owned by the Malaysians since the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lotus has been just.
Oh,
Oh, one
depressing.
Vauxhall car. I mean, I like all of Vauxhall's cars, even the Vectra and the weird 4x4s.
China.
I love
Aston Martin
the
are now owned
Lotus
by the
Carlton.
Germans.
I
Hmm.
love the Vauxhall.
Oh, I
Lotus.
love the
That was the
Carlton.
sports
That's been
car.
such a
That was the
fucking awesome
sports
car.
car I was trying to think
We
of.
were gonna do for anyone if they actually remember, which I doubt they will, for fucking reverse gear. Wow, that's going back. We were gonna do like a tuner car attack. We can make a car faster than a Lamborghini Huracan going around a test track. And the car I chose was a fucking Vauxhall Carlton, and Charlie thought that was the stupidest looking thing I could ever pull up in because it just
Yeah.
looked so square
It
and so
looks
stupid.
stupid.
But then again, don't let
Yeah,
that
but it was still the
deceive you.
fastest one there.
That fucker, that Vauxhall can outrun the police, and I think it still can. I'm not sure if it.
It outran the police in the 1980s, correct?
Ah, yes, it did.
When they were driving Morris Marinas.
Morris
yeah.
Marina.
Wait, Morris?
Such an
I thought they were
uninspirational
Rovers.
car.
When they like Rover
It really is.
SD1.
It really is hideous. If you were to say the only car that you could drive for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Uh,
You could only
Ferrari
pick one
Series
car.
2.
Maybe like a Mercedes turbo diesel wagon. Because if it's one car for the rest of your life, you'd want it to be reliable, and you'd want it to be like somewhat drivable and basic, and you wouldn't really get sick of it because it's a really sort of standard car. I think that would be a decent choice. Something like that.
Oh God, you're not gonna like mine.
Is it a
Don't worry
DeLorean or
about
an
that.
Aston?
It is an Aston. I'd go for an Aston Martin Rapide.
Of
I'd go for a
course.
Rapide.
Of course, you would go with an Aston. Imagine driving.
Why?
Imagine going up to
Okay,
McDonald's
what's wrong-
drive-through
what's
in
wrong-
one of those.
What is
What
wrong
would
with an
I
Aston
go
Martin Rapide? It's a fucking DB9
It's an
that's taken a bit
Aston
of
Martin.
Viagra and added 2 extra doors so people can get in it. It's fucking big car on the inside. You can
Dodge
store a lot of
Magnum.
shit.
Finn would choose
It's
the
got the
Volvo Amazon estate. That's a
I'm
good
gonna
Finn,
go for
one.
the
yeah, I know
Dodge
Finn would
Magnum.
obviously take Amazon. I'd take an Aston Martin Rapide.
Actually, no. No, here's my car. Lexus LS430.
Isn't the
Is that the car
LS500
that-
the good one?
Isn't that the one that Top Gear thought was the worst car in the world?
Mm,
Oh no, that was the SC430, wasn't it?
yes. The LS.
The LS500 is the good one, though.
I prefer the
Hmm.
LS430 because it comes with a phone. It comes with a fucking
What?
phone.
Yeah, so did
2020.
every luxury car of the 90s.
But that's why it's so cool.
No,
If you
but
remember,
like,
does anyone remember Does anyone
Hasn't
remember the
changed.
episode of Top Gear where they tried to buy V12 cars for less than $5,000?
mm-hmm.
and they had the two. They after the drag race, they had Jeremy in his CL600 and Richard in his 850i, and they were just calling each other on the fucking car phones.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, it's LS400. That's the one, not the 500. I was being stupid.
Oh yeah, the LS400. I would go with an LS400, but I like the 430 because of its sat nav option. And
Oh, so the
I-
430 is just an
It's
uptrim
fine.
model.
I would like a C63 AMG, but it's just the Mercedes badge doesn't really excite me. I'd have to have
If
I
you was to
have to own a
buy-
car that
Oh,
actually
the
makes
430
me
is
feel.
so ugly though. They ruined it. It looks like a
Yeah.
Mercedes. Cause at least the older one had like a good, like competent design. I don't know.
Yeah, the
That just looks like a
400 I do-
used rental car from like the early 2000s. Like at least the LS400 looks like a decent car.
I mean, the LS430 is ugly, admittedly, but then again, I do like the features.
Yeah, but then just get a car with features. Like for example,
Yeah.
Mercedes
I like
Benz
the
made like the S Class in the 90s, or even in the 80s. Like I mean, if you get like a 1999 S600, that's like the decked out version. You get the phone, you get the sat nav, you get the whatevers. But then again, an old luxury car like that is stupid and unreliable. And especially because you got like electrical
it's still
issues,
fun.
you got the bad wiring that likes to degrade after 20 years, you got the stupid whatevers, and it doesn't make sense.
The biodegradable wiring.
Yeah, that's dumb. And then you also have the
I don't.
Um,
Yeah, I don't.
no, me neither.
I mean, yes, the
I don't
LS430
understand. I
is
mean,
ugly,
yeah,
but then
I
again,
think it works if your car's going to be chucked away.
But it's not. What if people are still gonna? And it's so dumb. And they're so dumb. They chose that era of Mercedes to put the wiring harnesses on, because you had like the best car Mercedes arguably one of the best cars Mercedes has ever made is the W140 the W140 S Class. I think that's what they call it, but I'm not really good with the chassis number, but that
What
they
year?
said like 1992 to 99.
Oh, 90s S Plus. Okay, I know.
Yeah,
the
so
one.
like those because those are like the most overbuilt, best engineered cars they've ever put out, and everyone says so. And they're decently reliable. The build quality is excellent, and they spent like $1 billion developing that car, and
I wonder how
and then
much
they kind
less
of
they
dropped
could
in
have
quality
spent if
after that. So
I wonder how much less they could have spent if they didn't put the stupid fucking wiring harness in it and actually put a proper one in.
no, but I think it was an environmentalist thing, because like something about the government
Yeah,
in Germany
it's supposed
said.
to be if your. It was supposed to be if your car went into like a scrapyard and they didn't buy the wiring harness, it would degrade. But that's
Yeah.
stupid because most people at the time were still driving like
Because they were
30-year-old
such good
Mercedes.
cars, and then they decided, oh yeah, let's ruin them. Let's make it so that they
German
die.
reliability. Sorry, go on.
Let's make it so that they die. But then at least the good thing about buying a higher mileage one is that the issues are already fixed if you
Pretty
decide
much.
to get a higher
Pretty
mileage
much.
one.
Which is why I think that
Reminds me
DeLorean
of
that
the
I
car
found for
at
like
China.
£40,000 with 400 miles is a stupid investment.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking buy. Idiots. Whoever buys that, you are a fucking retard. You are pathetic. You're an ignorant swat. The only reason you would ever
I
buy a
claim
400 mile
mileage.
car is because you think, oh, low miles means amazing. It
I mean, it's
doesn't.
been sitting.
It just doesn't.
It's just
Exactly.
been sitting for a while.
It's sat for 36 years.
Oh. How do you let a car just sit? I don't get that. Like, wouldn't you sell
Nor
it
do I.
off or something?
Unless your car, unless your car is bad, or it's broken, or you couldn't afford the finance payments,
I mean,
so you
400
locked
miles
it
is
away
probably
and
not.
it's stolen.
Maybe.
No, but Matt Farah's old DeLorean was put away because the bloke couldn't afford the financing, so he hid it away and said it was stolen.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, but that's what happens. It's depressing. But why would you ever let a car like that sit, other than if those circumstances happen?
Yeah, I don't
But
get
if
that.
you've got, if you can afford that car, if you can afford a car with that fucking money, you can obviously afford to fucking maintain it, or you should be able to maintain it. Which would be so much better than just letting a bloody amazing car sit and rot. Idiots. Fucking idiots.
It's like the P38 Range Rovers, the air suspension leaks.
Oh,
and
those
so many of
things.
them switch to springs. No,
Yeah, but
you're
that's
not
better.
thinking, you're
That's
thinking of
keeping
the
it on the
Virgin.
road.
Alright, well, anyway, do you guys want to finish up now? Because we're nearing
Yeah,
our
I'm gonna finish up.
normal time, but we
shit.
spent like an hour
Honestly,
talking
I wanna
about
cover-
cars.
I just
Oh,
feel
like
I-
that matters. Who
Yeah, who
cares? It's
cares?
fun.
I think, yeah, but anyway, so I guess we'll just end tonight's show. Does anyone have anything they want to self-promote before we end? I don't.
well,
You've
I
got
was
your
gonna
8.
upload
You've got a
it.
couple things.
I do.
Which you
I
still
have.
haven't done.
Yeah, I
800
have.
subscriber
to
special.
upload,
I have
haven't.
the 800 sub special, but I don't think I'm gonna film that until I get my new monitors put in place.
What's
and-
the update on those then?
I don't know. They said 2 to 3 weeks. It's now been like 2 weeks or so. So they should come during this week or next week or something. So yeah.
To be
But
fair,
anyway,
it's-
otherwise, I hit 800 subs a little while ago. So I
A
have to-
while ago.
yeah, so I'm already at like 450
Really
now.
get on
I
top
mean
of that.
850 now. So that's stupid. But anyway.
You have to really get on top of that, don't
Mhm. But
you? I've got one of my films hopefully coming out in September called 456. So I might be posting parts. I might be posting sneak previews. I know that something went up on my story when we first started shooting for it. Charlie's still got to do some things which I thought we could have done in London, but unfortunately that's not going ahead anymore.
Nope.
So
fuck COVID. Thanks
Yeah.
for ruining
Fuck.
everything.
yeah, twats.
I mean, I need to upload more content. I'm thinking of doing the top 10 worst computers.
Oh,
And
that's gonna be fun.
then again, it's gonna be mostly opinionated for you guys. I mean, I'm trying not to let my opinions, because a lot of the computers in that list I actually like.
It's going to be quite
Admittedly.
easy because you've had quite a
Owned
lot of
them.
the worst computers.
I have owned quite a few, so I can say my personal experiences with them, and then I could ask you for opinions on them, so I can say, yes, that is a problem. The G5, I don't know whether to put the G5 as number 1 or number 10, but the G5, I can't believe, literally, I said, hey, Steve, that G5 will kill itself. It's a liquid-cooled G5, and they put me in timeout for telling the truth. Like,
Nice.
That's how fucked this country is. Like, I can't say my opinions anymore.
I've
I mean, sure,
never
I can
had
say,
G5.
Ugh, G5s
Sure,
are
I
the
can say,
worst.
hey,
I
that-
mean, Duke has
say,
four
hey, that
had
G-
4 G5s and all 4 of them broke, even the air-cooled ones. And the water-cooled
I
ones
had-
die from leaking hoses and whatever. So yeah.
That's old water cooling. Every old water cooling system will leak over time.
Uh-huh.
But I can
Yeah.
say, hey, I love this no-name brand Jericon Pentium 4 thing I have on my bed over there. But that's my opinion. Everyone has different opinions, but I can try not to let my opinions on certain computers change the video. I mean, yeah, I
Yeah.
might get hate and people saying the G5 is god tier, what are you talking about? But never mind.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
It's not.
I think so I think we're just gonna end tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out. We're hopefully gonna be back next week. Sorry about the absences. We've kind of just been busy
With Aaron.
doing stuff, and Aaron's been taken by Taco Bell, unfortunately. May we rest his soul.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Shut his
yeah, that'll do it. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a good evening or night or whatever. So, yeah, see you
Yeah.
all later. Bye bye.